Well, hello internets, here we are with a little bit of a video. Well, I have hit a little bit of a stumbling block. Currently, I am making this video here to go live in a few days. I have run out of content. One of the first times in a long time that I have ran out of content for the vlog channel, or the vlogs, of course. The Maxwell's World content is good for a few more months, but even that'll come to an end sometime. Well, I had made some vlogs earlier this spring, and then I went through a little bit of a rough couple of months. And during those rough couple of months, I didn't shoot very much content. Because, well, when you're not in the right mindset, when you're struggling, when you're dealing with things, sometimes it's best not to pick up a camera and say something you shouldn't, or record something that is not what your true what your intended true feelings are, because things can be missaid. So things kind of got left behind and semi-forgotten about, and then I went to go and check the social media pages, and here there's no links being posted. And I go to see why, thinking, maybe there's a hiccup between accounts, or hey, you never know, maybe my page, maybe my channel disappeared altogether, because I hear that's been happening. And no, nothing's disappeared, nothing's been banned or deleted or whatever. I just plain and simple forgot to record and edit and upload new content. So I have uploaded a couple of new vlogs, which will be going live here. You will have seen them by now, and I guess it kind of is what it is. It sort of brings me to the thought of future for this channel. I would love for it to be self-sustaining, for it to have carried itself all these years, for it to be paying for itself, for it to be able to afford to bring you everything that I want to bring you guys, and I want to show you, want to go to places that I want to record, places that I want to share. But unfortunately, this venture has not grown that large, not as large as I wanted it to. When I started this whole YouTube thing, well, many years ago now, I thought if I worked hard at it, I thought if I uploaded regularly, I thought if I, did my best to upload content that built up the human race rather than tear it down or made us look like a bunch of mindless zombies following the newest trend, then everything would be fine. However, after observing other channels that have made it, larger channels that have made it, they seem to follow trends, follow the hit thing of the month. If it's some weird challenge, then they do some challenge. If it's some other thing, they do some other thing. They take a $12,000 or $14,000 vehicle and wreck it just to get the views, or $100,000 vehicle and wreck it just to get the views. I don't have, and I never will have, that kind of disposable income, and I never will again have the kind of income that I once did have for the whole YouTube thing. I don't understand why some channels seem to get by with manufactured fake, obviously fake content. It's not entertaining. It is sad that they basically have sold out and put a fancy little sponsor decal on their video and everything's fine. You know, they go and create conflict with people in stores or their neighbors just to get the views. Well, I never recorded my neighbors. I never created any more conflict with my neighbors than there already was. I never went to stores and caused conflict with the staff just to record and laugh at them later. I've always tried to record content that is the truth. There's a couple of my videos that I did where, you know, it's a little bit of an illusion, but majority of most of my videos that I've shot have been the truth. It has happened 100% the way that I said it has happened. It has unfolded the way it has happened, and I recorded it the way that it happened as well. The projects and things that I did were, well, projects and things that were going on in my world or my life, and I figured they would bring good content to the YouTube platform for people that were searching for those kind of answers to their projects or their struggles that they were going through. And when my life changed there a couple of years ago, my essentially recording studio, my set, everything went with it. And I've been struggling for the last, well, couple of years, 2-3 years, in what's the new direction going to be, how things are going to go, what do I film now. And it is very, very expensive to hop in the vehicle, do a driving holiday, recording stops in cities and towns and museums and things that you go to just to put on YouTube. I don't make back in a year I don't make back in a year enough to offset the cost of that road trip. In fact, I have yet from 2019 to make back, you know, to offset that road trip. And we have basically surpassed the 2-year mark since that big road trip ended. So, you know, my hopes of being a travel vlogger have kind of, you know, I've come to reality that that's probably not going to happen now. Not only financial side of things, but physically, mentally and physically, it takes a lot out of me to do a driving road trip. My tools and my ability that I used to have to do projects that I used to do has been severely hampered, and for me to rebuy tools, rent a storage stall to put these tools in, doesn't make any sense by far. Just to do what, build a coffee table, build an end table, you know, maybe finish my bed project kind of a thing. Those that's a pretty expensive setup just for 3 or 4 projects that you could probably pay somebody to do and still come out cheaper than having to rebuy all the tools. So I have been doing a lot of thinking on the future of the channel, and I have never been one to give up and to pull the plug. I have hung on to this dream for a very long time, and I really don't want to let it go. However, sometimes you have to let go of a very expensive, time-consuming hobby, and that is a hobby. It's not a job. A job pays for itself. A hobby entertains your mind, costs you money, but at the same time you do have a chance of selling one of your paintings or selling a lawnmower you fixed up, or selling one of the woodworking projects, but it'll never bring in enough to fully pay for itself, fully pay the bills, fully pay for everything, all the expenses that you put out to keep that hobby going every year. Like I said, I've never been one to quit. However, sometimes you have to know when to fold them and know when to walk away. I held on to my relationship for far too long, and I held on to my house for way far too long, and hoping that things were going to turn out, hoping things were going to get better, but in the end they didn't. Sometimes you just have to make that choice, pull the plug, gather up the damage, recover from the damage, gather up the pieces, recover from the damage, and it is what it is. But, been another vlog, another video, and around we go. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.